Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. Bit of a creepy cliffhanger we had last time, wasn't it? Really, the only people we know that are alive as of this point are Fi and I, and all of a sudden we find out that our friend Luna might be a robot. And we find she's not there, and as the doors close, we see Luna. Creepy. So, what are we gonna do here? Well, she's voting against us from what we know. So, oh boy. Oh no, don't do this to me now, game. No, I'm already having a hard decision here. Oh, what a decision. What a decision. Like Fi said, she does bring up a good point. If Luna wanted to ally, she wouldn't necessarily have to do anything. But what if Luna's trying to test us for some reason? Robot tester. I forget how many points we even have at this point. So, would betraying if she allied get us enough to get out? I think it would. Because I think in this route we allied both times. But I don't remember if we ever got betrayed in the process. Oh, what do we go with? I don't even want to choose hardly. I just kind of want to like have a randomizer choose for me. Don't fail me now. Don't fail me now. Hey Luna, are you out here? Yeah, I may in fact be insane. I'm not sure. Wait. We can talk about that later. Right now, she's gone. Oh, the lost voice. She's gone. Where'd she go? I mean, maybe she never actually went in the room? That's a possibility, right? Then... there it was. I thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have voted. Maybe. Or could she have picked up another bracelet entirely and then done that? Right, the results. Oh, don't fail me now. Don't fail me now. That's rather unsatisfying. Oh. Oh, is that what you see when they don't vote at all and they get penalized? Ah, look at this. Now we can all get out. I mean, you know, she's a robot and all, but yeah. So if you don't do anything and you get penalized, you end up with a pink skull? Well, I feel so much better about this, and I feel like I'm going to feel very bad later when I end up betraying her. Unless, of course, she changes hers as well. Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically. Not necessarily, she could have voted as well and voted ally, but we're going to assume she didn't for now, I guess. And the other 6 got penalized, but they already dead. Here are some more AB room rules. You get penalized. Then again, 5 of them are already dead. Oh, we don't know what happened to Quark, but his bracelet's already off, so I guess it doesn't matter. That is true, either way. I mean, assuming she doesn't change her answer for if we betray, either way, we would have gotten out. So, why? I guess we could leave. I mean, no real reason to stay here, right? Unless Sigma wants to go find Luna? What? You're kidding, right? weren't you the one who kept going on about how Quark's still alive? I can't just run off and leave him here. I think the likelihood of us finding Quark now with only 2 people is even lower. Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, good. Phi's going along with it. Even still, I feel like finding Quark's gonna be a pretty hard thing to do. And Luna too, right?
Luna.
Now it's still the star round. Still have the same star keys. Oh, I had to advance that. Phi and I checked our bracelets out of sheer reflex. I was a magenta pair just like before, but Phi had been changed to a red solo. So even with these star games, we still get swapped around, which would change our, the way that we faced each other still yet. It didn't really matter though. Both of our bracelets showed the number 9. All we had to do was open the number 9 door and we'd never have to play another AB game again. She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels. What is it?
ここには3枚の扉があるわけだが、お前、アリス、ルナの3人はこのうち右側の扉を開いてゴーレムルームに入ったんだよな。
Yeah. According to the map, that's the door on the bottom. There's a lever on that thing in the middle, right? We pulled it, but it opened only one of the doors. What about it?
見てくれ。真ん中の扉の脇にある。
So yeah, it looks like there's 2 of them open here. Then who opened it? And how? This is the second time we've actually noticed that 2 doors have been opened in one section.
思い当たるのは1人しかいない。
Luna.
とにかく中に入ってみよ
う。Okay. What the heck are these things?
治療用のポット。
Good guess.
だと。
What mint pods? Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why, but I felt a strong sense of déjà vu when I looked at them, and suddenly realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know.
一つだけ。ポットの内部に明かりが灯
Is
って
this
る。
where Quark is? The one on the left. Is it being used?
ガラスが曇ってて、中はよく見えないが。
See if we find a not dead Quark. Let's crack it open then.
ああ。
Not dead Quark, maybe? Not dead Quark, good. Quark! Good job. Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse.
いよいよだな。
Quark's body bounced in my arms as I ran. His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. The pods display had given us little information on his condition. As far as I could tell, he had been given an anesthetic, which had put him to sleep.
心の準備は。おい、どうしたんだよシグマ。ここは2つ返事で。ああ、大丈夫だ、だろ。
Well, it's just, Luna and all. Is it really just okay for us to leave?
何を言い出すんだ突然。ここに留まってどうするつもりだ。ルナに殺されるかもしれないんだぞ。
What?
ローバー、アリス、四つ、それからディオとケイ。この6人を殺したのはルナである可能性が高い。
I mean maybe. But why?
どうしても何もないだろう。四つ葉の大腿部に残されていた血文字。それは何と同じ数字だ。
016, and that's the same number as the last 3 digits of Luna's product ID.
じゃあ、ローバの死体が発見されたのは
in the AB room that Luna came out of.
ところでお前の話によると、ゴーレムの頭脳はこの施設のメインコンピューターの中にあるそうじゃないか。だとしたら、あのクレーンを遠隔操作で動かすことだって可能だろう。
I mean, I don't know much about how the crane works, but I guess it's a possibility.
いつでも、どんな時でも、ルナが望んだタイミングで。
That means any alibi she might have for not being able to move the crane is worthless.
そうだ。ルナはおそらく AB ルームを移動した。そしてそのことに真っ先に気づいたのがアリスだった。このことから少なくともルナにはアリスを殺すための動機があったことが伺える。
To keep her quiet.
ディオとケイの殺害だってルナならば可能だ。
Oh, and we're saying that she might have had the ability to get through Kay's armor with her robot strength.
2人が所持していた星のカードキー、これをルナが奪ったことは明らかであり、このことはルナの犯行を裏付ける一つの状況証拠であるとも言える。さあ、これでもう分かっただろう。確かにいずれの場合も明確な根拠があるわけではない。だが残された3人の中で私を含めれば4人になるが、とにかくその中で6人を殺した可能性が最も高いのはルナであると言わざるを得ないんだよ。
Secretly Quark all along.
もう一度よく考えて
I
みて
knew
ほ
it.
しい。
We had to put him to sleep just to keep him from murdering.
そもそもルナはゴーレムなんだぞ。彼女はこの得体の知れぬ施設で働く労働電子機械であり、お前の話が確かならゼロウサギにとっての手足のような存在でもあるという。だったら今何をなすべきかは自明のことだろう。ルナを置いてこの施設から逃げるんだ。すぐ。
ロボット工学三原則って聞いたことないですか？
Oh, okay, this is going to be interesting, I'm sure. A robot may not injure a human being or through an action allow a human being to come to harm.
三原則のないロボットなんてただの鉄の塊に過ぎません。
So he's going to try to use that as evidence for why Luna couldn't have done it? Okay, you're right. Let's get out of here.
ヒヤヒヤさせるなよ、タク。
Or maybe not. I mean, you could program a robot to be a murderous robot. I mean, it's not exactly like you couldn't do that. You don't have to ask me. Isn't that what you always say?
そうだな。長いは無用だ。行こう。
With a heavy, labored groan, the number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gap was wide enough to admit her body, Phi slipped through it. I followed her through, Quark still cradled in my arms. And anything interesting going to happen as the door closes? Inside is a massive lift platform, like the kind used to move industrial cargo. Phi turned to face me, and I shoved Quark into her arms. Sigma, are you serious? Before she could respond, I spun her. Sigma, are you serious? What the heck? You're about to get out of here. Sigma, please. Sigma, what are you doing?
おいシグマ、一体何を考えてる？早くこっちへ来るんだ。
Sorry, Phi. There's just something I have to do. Take care of Quark.
まさかルナのところへ。バカなマナーやめろ。考え直すんだシグマ。シグマ。
Wow, Sigma. Now you're making a girl scream? Man. Well, that wasn't great. But see, now here's my question. What's going to happen when we end up betraying? Wouldn't it end up with a similar result for us? I wonder.
9の扉これにてお疲れ様。なおゲームどうぞごゆ残りの余生。
I think this is the only real time that we've ended this game with somebody leaving the number 9 door and we were the only ones left in the area. Not including Luna at the moment, obviously. I had no regrets. In fact, with Phi and Quark's successful escape, I felt a profound sense of relief. One of my objectives had been achieved, and a difficult choice had been made. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time. Alright. Time to go. Luna's waiting. Where? Like in the garden, or where? Apparently in the garden. I guess the garden was open this time. Never really bothered to look at it. Luna, I knew you'd be here.
やっぱり?
Oh, right. We haven't talked here in this one, huh?
なんだか落ち着きませんか？この殺風景な施設の中で唯一緑があるのがこの場所で、なんていうか、その月並みですけど、自然っていいなってそう思って、深刻な話をするにはうってつけの場所だと思ったんです。緑を見てるとそれだけで心が癒されるから。よくわからないですが、それってもしかして別の歴史のことを言ってるんですか？
Sounds like a pretty good way to explain it.
実は私聞いたことがあるんです。
Oh man, you know about my time-jumping robot abilities?
ある人から。シグマさんの意識は時空を飛び越えることができるって。
Who told you that? Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately, she twisted the dial on the bottom. Thanks for the background music, Luna.
シグマさん、それよりも他に聞きたいことがあるのではないですか？
I'd sure hope so, because we just gave up on a massive opportunity to escape.
例えば、どうして私があの6人を殺したのかとか。
Well, actually, I already know you didn't do it.
どうして、なぜ私が犯人ではないと思ったのでしょう。できれば理由を聞かせていただきたいのですが。
Alright. I nodded and took a moment to compose my thoughts. Might as well start with the old woman. I'd love to know about this. There's no point in beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio killed her.
どうしてそう思われたのです？
Because he's a scumbag. Well, yeah, I guess because we know about that. The left arm had blood splatter all the way up to the elbow. Except for a stripe on the wrist, that was perfectly clean. What could have caused that? My guess is a bracelet. It got covered with blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously none of our bracelets had blood splatter on them, but Dio's bracelet reacted to the luminol. That meant that Dio's bracelet had to have come from the old woman.
だからですか？
It's not bulletproof, but it's bullet resistant, let's just say that.
だからディオさんが殺したと。
No, that's only enough to suspect him. After all, he could have just taken the bracelet after someone else killed her.
じゃあどうして？
Because he confessed.
実況？
After his bracelet reacted to the luminol, I confronted him.
ああそうだよ認めてやるよ俺があのババアを殺してバングルを奪ったんだ
待ってくださいそんなことをいつ聞いたと
I
いうん
think
で
that
す？
happened in a different line, didn't it? Yeah, in a different timeline.
それってルール違反じゃないですか？
What rules? I'm allowed to, like, do my consciousness thing. There's no rules. What rules? I hope you're not going to try to bring up Nox's 10 Commandments. Oh, I was told not to read that for a while. Does it really matter if it's against the rules or fair? The truth is the truth. Let's say that incident P happens, and after that timeline splits, and after that the timeline splits into timeline A and timeline B. Are we saying kind of like how our flowchart has incident P and then it splits into A and B? Is that what we're talking about? Kind of thing? I don't think it's unfair to base a theory in timeline A on information I found in timeline B. After all, A and B both came from the same place, P. If you trace the history of both timelines, you'd end up back at incident P. Which held true except for that one time that well, actually I think it was twice, but most notably that one time that we had that thing with Alice, where we betrayed one time and she allied, and where we allied and she betrayed. And it changed for some reason that we're not sure of yet, probably due to some other kind of weird time thingy. Now, if I could change what happened with incident P by visiting timeline A or B, then yes, it'd be a different story. I don't know that it'd be unfair, per se, but I'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules. Like, you know, the principle of causality. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. By extension, that means you couldn't have killed her. I'm assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the Nonary game. Somehow, he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess, but I have a feeling his plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it mattered which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that. And I don't know how he did it either. But the fact remains that he did. He hid in the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of one of the AB rooms. That someone turned out to be the old woman. She left Quark asleep in the AB room and came out on her own. Somehow, he managed to get close enough to stab her. As expected. He did it near the wall with the graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so that he wouldn't get any blood on himself. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. No, wait, actually. He probably took the bracelet first. Then, he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. Anyway, the point is that he got the bracelet and put it on. Then, he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the rightmost AB room and its neighbor. He probably didn't expect that they'd move, or he would have put it somewhere else. After that, he headed back into the AB room that the woman had left. Quark would have still been fast asleep, so as far as he knew, Dio was there the whole time. Kind of convenient, I'd have to say, if it happened with anybody else. I don't think it would have been nearly as convenient. This does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a murder.
どういうことでしょう?
I'm talking about Alice. I'm pretty sure she committed suicide.
人類は滅亡するって言ってるのよ。大人も子供たちもみんな一人残らず死んでしまうの。だったらいっそこの場で。
She'd been infected with Radical 6. I think that infection caused her to take her own life. She used Dio's knife, which she'd found in the warehouse after the AB room moved and exposed it. She took it with her and then used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. Fairly reasonable. I thought, maybe the different weapon meant that it was probably a murder, but it, of course doesn't rule that out at all. It only was changed by the fact that she had access to a different murder weapon this time. Next are Clover and Tinmyoji. The first question is, who put the handcuffs on them? The clue is the message Clover left, 016. If you think about it though, it doesn't make any sense. Clover's left hand was in the handcuffs. That means that she would have had to write with her right hand on her right thigh. I feel like it would be really hard to do that, How so? Why not just use your left thigh? I'm thinking this is pretty weak of an idea unless you've got some better evidence for this. The thing is, I think she did. When she died, her legs slumped together and the message got transferred to the right thigh. Oh, I see. We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check the other leg. I see. Okay. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She was trying to write Dio. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Oh, that's kind of spooky, actually. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. And it just so happened to be the exact same as the ending to Luna's number, though my thought was, how in the heck did she get the end of Luna's, user number or whatever? That to me seemed a little odd. Like, how did she get it, and why was the end of it so important? I guess maybe it's the identifying part, but it seemed a little odd that she would write that, and it didn't seem like it had really any backing to it. So this makes a lot more sense. Now, about Kay and Dio. I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Here's how I imagine it happened. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with the luminol. Sounds about right. We found the bottle in Kay's robe. He wouldn't have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the lights off, it would be clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is he decided to take preemptive action. When we found their bodies, the lights in the rec room were on. Maybe Kay turned to switch the light off and Dio took that opportunity to attack him. Sounds reasonable so far. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but he didn't die right away. I would imagine that is probably what happened. They probably killed each other. He probably managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. And they both be dead. Then he died. So that accounts for all 6 bodies. None of them your fault.